If you have this coin, then you might just be the unlucky winner of a life-changing treasure. A coin that's small in size, but massive in value. Welcome to X-Coins Hub, where every coin has a story, and some stories can make you rich. Today, we're uncovering the hidden secret behind the 2008 USA one-dime coin. A tiny piece of American history that could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house. You've probably seen thousands of dimes before, but one rare version from 2008 has stunned collectors across the country with its unbelievable worth. It all began in 2008, a year marked by financial uncertainty and global tension. The U.S. Mint was working at full capacity, striking millions of coins for circulation. Among them, the 2008 dime quietly rolled off the presses, a coin that would soon become one of the most fascinating modern-day rarities in American numismatic history. The design, of course, features the familiar face of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the nation's 32nd president, whose leadership helped guide the United States through the Great Depression and World War II. On the obverse, Roosevelt's portrait looks determined and noble, accompanied by the word liberty to his left and the national motto, "In God We Trust," beneath his chin. The date 2008 appears to the right, with a mint mark below that identifies where it was born, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. Turn it over. And the reverse side displays a trio of powerful symbols. A torch standing tall between an olive branch and an oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. The phrase, e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, ties it all together, reminding us of the unity that built the nation. At first glance, the 2008 dime seems like any ordinary coin, but beneath its familiar design lies a mystery that has sent shockwaves through the collector world. During minting, a small number of these dimes were struck with extraordinary errors and variations. Tiny, almost invisible details that changed their destiny forever. Some were double-struck, showing faint overlapping features where the die pressed twice. Others were minted off-center, leaving blank edges or distorted designs. A few even appeared on the wrong metal planchets, giving them a unique color and weight. These small imperfections, born from rare moments inside the mint, are exactly what make the coin so valuable today. Collectors soon began to notice these rare dimes turning up in the most unexpected places: bank rolls, change jars, even grocery store counters. What most people saw as a simple 10-cent coin, experts recognized as a potential gold mine. Each unique flaw, each subtle variation, turned these ordinary pieces into works of art shaped by accident and history. And here's where the story becomes even more fascinating. The year 2008 wasn't just any year. It was a time when the U.S. faced one of its toughest financial crises. Jobs were lost, markets crashed, and yet, amid all the chaos, this little dime emerged as a quiet symbol of resilience and fortune. A small reminder that even in the darkest times, something remarkable can still shine through. For collectors, condition is everything. A 2008 dime in pristine mint state and condition, untouched by circulation, flawless under magnification, can command incredible attention. Coins graded above MS-68 are considered nearly perfect, and when such a coin also carries a rare error, its value skyrockets into unbelievable territory. Experts have spent years examining every aspect of the 2008 dime, from the sharpness of Roosevelt's hairlines to the precision of the lettering on the reverse. Each small detail can tell whether the coin is a standard issue or one of those mysterious rarities that collectors chase for decades. And while millions of these dimes were produced, only a handful hold the rare features that make them special. They are the hidden diamonds in the rough. Ordinary at first glance, but once discovered, impossible to ignore. So, if you have a 2008 dime lying around, take a closer look. Check for off-center designs, double impressions, or missing mint marks. Run your fingers along the edge. Are the ridges complete, or does something look slightly off? Those tiny clues could be the difference between 10 cents and a small fortune. Because one of these rare 2008 dimes, verified by experts for its exceptional condition and striking error, has now been valued at an incredible 108,000 yes, a single dime, worth over $100,000. So before you toss that change aside, remember this. Treasures aren't always gold and silver bars locked in a vault. Sometimes they're right there in your pocket, disguised as everyday coins. You might be holding a part of American history. You might be holding your lucky break. This is X Coins Hub, where we uncover the secrets behind the coins you thought you knew. Stay tuned, keep collecting, and who knows? Your next dime might just make you the next lucky winner. If you have this coin, you might just be the lucky winner of a hidden treasure sitting right in your pocket. A small silver-colored dime that could secretly be worth a fortune. Welcome to X Coins Hub, where we uncover the mysteries and true value behind the coins you handle every day. Coins that could turn ordinary change into life-changing rewards. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 2012 USA one-dime coin. A coin so common that most people never think twice about it. Yet some rare versions from this year have stunned collectors with their incredible worth. You might be holding one right now and not even know it. The 2012 dime continues the timeless Roosevelt design. A tribute to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the man whose leadership guided America through its hardest economic and wartime struggles. On the front side, Roosevelt's calm yet determined face is engraved with striking detail, surrounded by the word liberty to the left and the phrase, "In God we trust," just beneath his chin. The date 2012 rests to the right, and below it, a small letter, either pic or sa, tells you where it was made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. On the back, the reverse design remains an enduring symbol of the nation's values. The I torch in the center represents liberty. To its left, the olive branch symbolizes peace. To its right, the oak branch stands for strength and victory. Between them, the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, out of many one, reminds us of the unity that built the United States. Now, most 2012 dimes are worth exactly what they say, 10 cents. But hidden among those billions are a few special ones that carry mysterious minting errors or ultra-high-grade conditions, making them worth far more than anyone could imagine. Some rare 2012 dimes were accidentally struck, off-center, leaving parts of the design missing or oddly shaped. Others were double-struck, showing faint overlapping letters or faces where the die pressed twice by mistake. Even more intriguing are the dimes that were minted on the wrong planche, meaning they were accidentally struck on a metal blank meant for another coin, creating unique colors, weights, and appearances. These minting mistakes are pure gold for collectors, not because they were intended, but because they weren't. Each one tells a story of chance, timing, and rarity, a story that begins inside the massive minting presses of the U.S. Mint and ends in the hands of a lucky finder who happens to notice something unusual about their change. Imagine finding one of these rare 2012 dimes in your old coin jar or inside a roll of change from the bank. At first, it looks ordinary, but under the right light, you notice the edge looks uneven, or part of Roosevelt's head seems slightly misaligned. That tiny difference could make all the difference. The Philadelphia Minty and the Denver Mint both produced millions of 2012 dimes for circulation, while the few San Francisco Minty made special proof versions for collectors. Proof coins, with their mirror-like surfaces and razor-sharp details, are struck multiple times under controlled conditions. These are the dimes that gleam brighter, look smoother, and often fetch hundreds, even thousands, when preserved in flawless PR70 or MS69 condition. Coin experts, or numismatists, pay close attention to grading. A single grade point can change everything. A 2012 dime in Tak, mint state 68 or higher, especially if it carries a unique mint error, can shoot its value skyward. That's why collectors spend hours examining the tiniest imperfections. A weak strike here, a misplaced letter there, or a color tone that's just slightly off. And while most people would spend this dime without a second thought, those who know what to look for can spot fortune where others see spare change. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's about patience, observation, and the thrill of discovery. Think about it. This dime represents more than money. It's a piece of modern American craftsmanship, struck during a time when technology met tradition. Every line, every shine, every letter tells a story of how something so small can carry such big meaning. Collectors around the world are always on the hunt for coins like this, those that combine rarity, perfection, and mystery. And among the few known examples of 2012 dimes with rare errors and pristine condition, some have reached astonishing valuations. So before you spend your change, take a closer look at your 2012 dime. Hold it up to the light. Check for missing ridges on the edge, uneven lettering, or unusual shine. You never know. The coin you're holding could be one of the rarest of its kind, because one extraordinary 2012 D1 dime, preserved in near-perfect condition and featuring a remarkable minting error, has been valued at an unbelievable $108,000, yes, a single dime, worth over $100,000. So next time you hear that familiar jingle in your pocket, don't ignore it. Your lucky coin could be hiding in plain sight, waiting for the right person to notice. This is Xcoins Hub, your gateway to the hidden world of rare and valuable coins. Stay tuned, keep checking your change, and remember, the next dime you hold might just make you the next lucky winner. If you have this coin, you might just be the lucky winner sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Welcome to Xcoins Hub, the home of rare coin discoveries, where the smallest pieces of metal can hold the biggest secrets. Today, we're diving into the story of the Mondat 1989 P1 dime, a small silver-colored coin that most people overlook every single day. It's light, ordinary-looking, and worth just 10 cents to most, but for a few rare versions, the real value could make your jaw drop. Back in 1989, America was closing out the decade of change. The Cold War was fading, technology was booming, and the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing billions of coins to keep up with a growing economy. Among them was the 1989 dime, continuing the beloved Roosevelt design. That's been in use since 1946. On the obverse, or front side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the nation's 32nd president. His face is detailed with pride and determination, symbolizing leadership through the nation's toughest eras. To the left, the word liberty stands strong, while beneath his chin rests the phrase, "In God we trust." The date, 1989, sits just to the right, and just below that, you'll see the small letter marking its birthplace. The SAS Philadelphia Mint. Flip it over, and the way reverse eye tells another story, one of strength, unity, and freedom. The torch in the center represents liberty, flanked by an olive branch and for peace, and an oak branch for strength and victory. Between them, the classic motto, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, captures the enduring American spirit. At first glance, this 1989 dime seems completely ordinary, but hidden among the millions that rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint are a few extraordinary versions that make collectors' hearts race. These rare dimes contain subtle minting errors or were preserved in such pristine condition that their value skyrocketed over the years. Some of these 1989 P-dimes were struck slightly off-center, leaving parts of the design incomplete or distorted. Others have faint os double strikes, where the image of Roosevelt appears ghosted or slightly overlapping, a mechanical accident that turned out to be worth thousands. Even more fascinating are the coins struck on the wrong plancher, meaning they were accidentally minted on a metal blank meant for another denomination, creating an unusual shine, thickness, or weight. Collectors live for these moments of imperfection, because in the world of coins, errors mean rarity and rarity means value. Over time, these rare 1989 dimes began surfacing in coin shops, auctions, and private collections. People who had kept their old coins in jars, drawers, and albums suddenly realized that what they thought was spare change could be worth a small fortune. And while billions of 1989 dimes still circulate in everyday use, only a handful of the error-struck or high-grade versions have ever been verified by professional graders. When experts examine a coin, they look for sharp details, clean surfaces, and luster, the mirror-like shine that makes a coin stand out. A 1989 dime graded MS 68 or higher is incredibly rare, as it means the coin looks exactly as it did the moment it left the mint, untouched by time or circulation. Those perfect specimens, especially when combined with minting errors, can be worth many thousands of dollars to collectors who know just how scarce they are. The Bach, Philadelphia Mint Wow, known for producing high volumes of circulating coins, occasionally produce these small mechanical anomalies. A tiny misalignment here, a double strike there. Each of these errors tells a hidden story of how one dime managed to escape the mint's quality control and make its way into the real world, carrying a secret that only the most observant eyes could catch. Imagine the thrill of finding one. You're sorting through your spare change, maybe cleaning out an old drawer, and suddenly you notice something odd. The date looks slightly off, or Roosevelt's face seems doubled. You flip it in your hand, realizing that this isn't just an old coin, it's a piece of numismatic history. That's exactly what makes the 1989 P dime so fascinating. It's a coin from a year that most collectors didn't expect much from. Yet the rarest examples have now become some of the most desirable finds in modern U.S. coinage. If you happen to own one of these, check carefully for details. An unusual edge, faint doubling in the letters, or off-center printing. Even the tiniest variation could make all the difference. Because among all the 1989 P dimes ever made, a few stand far above the rest, coins preserved in immaculate condition, with rare minting errors that set them apart from billions of others. And one such, 1989 P1 dime, certified and graded at near perfection, has been valued at an astounding 108,000 baht. Yes, a simple dime worth over $100,000. So the next time you hear that soft jingle of coins in your pocket, take a second look. You might be holding a tiny piece of American history, a coin born from chance, time, and precision. This is X-Coins Hub, where we uncover the secrets, stories, and surprises hidden in everyday coins. Stay tuned, keep checking your change, and remember, your next dime could make you the next lucky winner. If you still have that 1989 P1 dime, then don't go anywhere, because in about 2, we're digging even deeper into what makes this little coin one of the most surprising treasures in modern American history. Welcome back to X-Coins Hub, where every coin hides a secret, and today's story might just be hiding in your own hands. By 1989, the U.S. Mint had already been using the Roosevelt dime design for over 4 decades. Millions were made that year. But something unexpected happened inside the Philadelphia Mint. A few rare coins slipped through, the system carrying mysterious differences that collectors would spend decades trying to track down. One of the most fascinating details lies in plancher errors. That's when a dime is struck on the wrong metal blank. Some 1989 P dimes were accidentally struck on planchers meant for foreign coins or other denominations, giving them a strange color or lighter weight. These rare minting mistakes often go unnoticed by the average person, but to a collector, they're like finding gold in plain sight. Another variation that excites collectors is the double die error, where Roosevelt's profile or the lettering appears slightly doubled. You might notice it around the word liberty or in the date itself. Under magnification, it's unmistakable and incredibly valuable. Then there are bit off-center strikes, where the coin's design isn't perfectly aligned with the metal disc. Some are so far off that parts of the torch or Roosevelt's face are missing, creating a bizarre yet beautiful effect that makes each coin completely unique. Even small die cracks, repunched mint marks, or weakly struck details can raise the value of a 1989 P dime beyond imagination, especially if the coin remains in mint state condition. Coins that have never been circulated, still shining like the day they were made, are the holy grail for collectors. Experts use advanced grading systems to judge these coins, often under bright lights and high-powered magnification. A flawless MS-68 or MS-69 grade can make the difference between a dime worth 10 cents and one worth thousands. Combine that with a minting error, and you're looking at something truly special. What makes this all even more thrilling is that many of these rare 1989 dimes are still out there, tucked inside old drawers, hidden in forgotten jars, or mixed in with everyday change. People use them daily, not realizing that a single coin could be worth as much as a new car. So, the next time you come across a dime from 1989 with the letter P under the date, don't rush to spend it. Look closer. Examine its edges. Check its alignment. Even the smallest detail could be the clue to a rare and valuable find. Because among the few known examples of 1989 P dimes with extraordinary minting errors and near-perfect preservation, one has already been valued at an astonishing over $100,000 for a 10-cent coin. So maybe, just maybe, that little coin you almost spent at the grocery store is your hidden jackpot. Outro. And that's the mystery behind the 1989 P dime, a story of precision, imperfection, and pure luck. So before you toss your change into a jar, remember, sometimes history hides in the smallest places. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Xcoins Hub, where every episode uncovers another coin that could change your life. Tap the tab bell icon so you never miss the next discovery. Because the next coin we reveal might just be sitting in your wallet right now. Until next time, keep your eyes sharp, your hands steady, and your coins close, because your next find could make you the next lucky winner.